Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Leadership Arena, a podcast that allows us space to explore leadership practices and perspectives of people who are in the arena. Today, we will be discussing the curricular and leadership shifts that have happened since the return of students across our district. Our guest today has been serving as an instructional dean at Diamond Bar High School for the past 5 years. We are meeting with Julie Galindo. Julie, can you tell us a little bit about your current role and what you like most about it?
Yes, thank you for hosting me today. My current role is instructional dean at Diamond Bar High School. I specifically support the English department, world languages, performing arts, peer counseling and wellness, and the English Learner Program.
What shifts do you notice in curriculum instruction, specifically this year, now that all of the kids or most of the kids are back? And how are you providing support to your team in this area?
I think the greatest shifts for teachers is, the from moving in March of 2020 to completely virtual, and last year being completely virtual to now back in person, is really how to combine the greatest elements of being in person and then the greatest elements of what they did virtually as well. So I think teachers are just, trying to find a good balance of using technology in the classroom, but also incorporating the face-to-face group work and relationship aspect of it. So really that is curriculum and instruction. That's probably the greatest shifts that have been occurring now that we're back fully in person.
So would you say that the challenges you guys have faced as a team and as a school have paved the way for positive things that have happened that directly impact student learning?
Definitely. I think last year it was really, really difficult for all of our professional educators. It was so difficult for our students, our parents, really anybody and everybody educationally who was impacted by COVID-19. But I do think that there is positive things that have come out of it too. I think it really catapulted education into 21st century, where now students are one-to-one. All teachers are using Google Classroom. The platform and accessibility for novels or things that are online have become much easier for students to be able to access. So I really think that although it was huge challenge for everyone, very emotional challenge for everyone, mental challenge, that there are really good things that have come from it. And I hope to continue to foster that growth and not go back to old habits or things that we've done in the past just because it was comfortable, that we just reinvent things and continue to redo things in a way that's going to be beneficial for students and for our teachers.
In addition to the impact you've had on this school site, particularly with curriculum and instruction, you've done a lot of great work on implementing social and emotional learning. It's evident that you have cultivated a lot of trust and positive rapport with students and staff. Can you share one of the ways that you've been nurturing relationships with students and staff as they return?
So thank you. That's really sweet of you. That it's really important to me. Social emotional learning, I think, is foundational for learning in the classroom. And when students feel that they are cared about, when they feel safe in a learning environment, then the learning is going to take place. And I really believe that. I think relationships are key to a successful organization, whether it's in education or anywhere else. One thing that we did last year was we developed Wellness Wednesdays, and we developed an entire team that was behind it. And that was created with GLCs and our peer counselor network, and then also our peer counselor teacher. And this year we've broadened our horizons for that. And so our wellness center has kind of shifted a little bit. We now have Denise Mesjin, who's an English teacher, and but she's in peer counseling third period, and then also in the wellness center fourth period. And so really by bringing her into the fold and utilizing a teacher who has good relationships and knows our school, we're able to again branch out, make it a little bit different than what we've had in the past, but really bringing more teachers into a wellness approach for our students.
Been wonderful to see.
Yeah, I really am an advocate for social emotional learning. I think it's so important. It should be an aspect of really everything that happens in the classroom.
What is the best advice you've ever received regarding leadership?
This is a hard question because there's so much advice that I've gotten. Actually, it was probably when I worked in HR at UPS, and I was an HR representative, and it was most important for us to be in operation. And so that meant that we weren't in the office, that we were actually with people who are handling packages. We are with our part-time supervisors, full-time supervisors, and really providing support. And so if I take what I learned in that industry into an educational industry, that means being in the classrooms, being present, physically being present, as well as, following up with people and really showing people that you care about them, not on just an academic level and an educational level, but that you're there for them in other ways as well. And that's something that is really evident this year, that our teachers need more support, not just academically with apps and things like that they want to incorporate into our classroom, but that I am somebody that they can come to if they're having a hard day, if they need somebody to talk to, if whatever is happening. So I think for leadership, being out there and really showing support and being in the classroom, exemplifying leadership is, being present. And I think that that's probably one of the most important things that I've learned as a leader.
I agree. No matter the business, whether it's kids or UPS, it will always be about people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. This podcast was created to highlight leadership practices, beliefs, and obviously rooted in my love for Teddy Roosevelt's speech, The Man in the Arena. Which part of that speech most resonates with you and why?
Oh, that is such an amazing speech. I watched it last night so that I can be prepared for this. I think the idea that there are going to be mistakes, that we are going to make mistakes, and it's okay, because when you go out there and you're authentic and you put all of your work into it and it's true and it's real, that you're going to be somebody that people can relate to, because people aren't going to expect you to be perfect, but they do want you to be real and authentic. And I think that that aspect of it really resonates with me, to know that a leader really does set the tone. And there is a great responsibility on the leader, and I definitely feel that. I take it very seriously, but we don't have to be perfect. That we can go and do the best that we can. And then if we mess up, we apologize and we own it and we pull our bootstraps up and we keep going.
Yeah, I agree. All right. It's time for us to get to know you on a deeper level for WVAA. So we're going to do 5 fast favorites. So it's just the first thing that comes to your mind for these 5 random questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. No pressure.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Favorite dessert?
Ice cream.
Favorite way to relax?
Watch TV with my girls.
Best book you ever read?
East of Eden by John Steinbeck.
And your go-to song that always gets you up and moving?
Ooh, Back in Black by AC/DC.
That came out really quick. All right. Julie, thank you so much for the many ways that you contribute to the field, for spending time with us today in our podcast. Thank you for daring greatly and encouraging other people to do the same. We'll see you all in the arena.
Thank you.